I'm deeply understanding this is such a weird time to come back onto the internet, but I'm sitting here in the car. Ian's finishing up one of his classes and I just got off of work. So I thought, you know what? It's Christmas and I feel like picking up the camera again. And I wasn't sure, I kind of wasn't really sure if I was super interested on coming back into this space again. I've taken so much time off. It was such a hectic year at work. There were so many changes. The business I'm working for is currently experiencing growth, which can just be incredibly stressful, but I've been really in the reading mood lately. And I've been loving things I've been picking up and I've been wanting to talk about them again. So I thought, you know what? No time like the present. I'll tell you what I'm reading right now because it's what was in my work bag. I'm just starting I Like to Watch, arguing my way through the TV revolution. This is one that just came in through my library holds. Mostly I was interested in her recent release, Cue the Sun, which is specifically about reality TV, which is my life's blood. Bravo. And I'm also reading Snowed In. I read the first installment of this romance series a couple of weeks back. I can't remember what it's called now, by Catherine Walsh, but this follows the brothers' love story instead. And I've been loving Christmas romance. I hit a flop with romance this year, but I'm really hitting my stride again. So that's what I'm reading. I have about an hour to read. I can go inside to the coffee shop, but I'm not super interested. So I'll just stay in the car, put on my sweater, and read. I also want to shop the Cyber Monday deals that are currently happening on Kindle. I think I saw Christmas Tree Farm. I have not read anything else by that author. That was the author that did Pumpkin Spice Cafe and stuff like that. But I do think I might have a look at some of the cyber deals that are on and then just start reading. Okay, I'm back home and I wanted to check in because I read 20% of Snowed In. It reads exactly like the first one that I was so enraptured with. And I've made myself just a really hot, steaming cup of tea. And I also wanted to say, this is the holiday set that I bought of Caraval. And I think I'm gonna pop this baby open. Emma, not now. I'm going to pop this sucker open, pull out book one, and with my cup of tea, just settle in for the evening. I have the coziest blanket that we have in the house. Ian is taking care of dinner. He's just making pizza and wings. But I'm gonna open this. I'm gonna get started on this. I'm pretty excited because I found out book 4. Thank you, Emma. Book 4 is a Christmas story. So if I can read the first 3, in the next 3 weeks before Christmas, that would be quite a nice little novella to take to my brother's house for Christmas Day. So you can see all the lights are up. The Christmas tree is behind there in the nook by the table. And it's just gonna be a very Christmassy kind of evening. So I'm gonna do that. I'll switch to the romance if I feel so necessary and just have a very cozy evening. Ian had to run out to grab tinfoil, but I also asked him to grab whipped cream so I can make a proper decadent hot chocolate. Very excited. Already back, just to say that I opened this box set and I don't know if you can tell, and the poor lighting, but this is such a beautiful set. It's my first time reading the series, but honestly, I know it's a pretty beloved series. So if this is a series you love, or if it's a series that someone else loves, this would be a fantastic gift for someone because these are just beautiful. And I haven't even, I assume, yeah, of course. It also has inside art, just in that initial flap. So These are very beautiful and will be very cherished. I hope I like it. My whole experience with Stephanie Garber is I loved Once Upon a Broken Heart, like that trilogy. I absolutely loved it. I know this series came before. I didn't know that at the time that I read Once Upon a Broken Heart. Like I just picked it up on a whim. So I'm kind of backtracking and reading this. So I know some stuff could be spoiled for me. That's okay. I'm just in this for a good time. But I'm thrilled, honestly, with how this looks for me to buy it on a whim and just be in the mood for something like this. I'm obsessed with how they look, and it's going to be a beautiful collection. I know I live in Canada, so this was on sale in Indigo and Amazon for the Black Friday sale, but I think it said that the box set was going to be on sale longer. So it was 30% off, which isn't bad. I think I got the whole set for like $90. And it's normally like $120 something along there. But I'm gonna now read, but I just had to share that I now own these beautiful editions. Hello, it is the next day. I'm all done with work and I'm sitting down to read. I have a cup of tea, but I wanted to give a couple of reading updates. So I am 40% of Snowed In by Catherine Walsh. When I said this was book 2 in a series that I couldn't remember what the first book was called, it's called Holiday Date, which I feel like is the most obvious. It doesn't matter, but this is following the brother of the original leading man in Holiday Date, and it's really cute. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's like the perfect Christmas romance. And also last night, while I was waiting for dinner, I read the first 35 pages in Carvel. So the first 4 chapters. So really, it is just setting the scene. We're following a couple of sisters who are living under a sort of tyrannical, very wealthy father, with very interesting and upsetting ideas of punishment. When they get an invitation to some sort of magic carnival that is hosting an event for participants, and the winner will be granted one wish. So it's definitely different so far to Once Upon a Broken Heart, but I'm enjoying it. So I think I'm going to continue with Caraval for a little bit and then continue with Snowed In tonight. But I'm zooming through this. I didn't get any reading done today at work. There was just so much. I barely was able to scarf down a sandwich. So that was what I was able to read last night. But I'm really enjoying it. Book 2 follows like this fake dating trope. I will say the premise in which they decide to fake date is a little bit like, it feels a little bit like the author couldn't think of a reason to get 2 people to fake date. So, but that's okay. I like their chemistry. It's really cute and I'm enjoying it. So I'm going to read, enjoy a cup of tea. Ian is walking Emma right now. It's a little too cold for me, but that gives me some uninterrupted time to read. I'm going to take advantage. I'll have at least 30 minutes till they come back. Good morning. I'm looking a little bit worse for the wear. I'm working from home today. I'm doing profitability analysis for our year for projects. So really boring stuff, but I wound up working late in my emails and stuff like that last night. So I'm kind of taking the morning. It's very, very stormy here in Halifax, and I didn't film an update yesterday because, as you can probably tell, I didn't get much reading done. I was working quite late and I might have to put in some hours this weekend. So I am going to hop into Caraval. I did get quite a bit of reading done on Tuesday. So I got to page 144 in Caraval and I got 52%, I think, of the way through Snowed In. These are my priorities for the morning. I do think I can finish both of them. because they're pretty easy. But the 5th book and the final book in the first arc of Stormlight comes out tomorrow. And I am only this far through my reread of Rhythm of War. I definitely think, because I've reread other ones in the series previously, I think realistically this is the one that's most important that I reread, even though it's the one would have read most recently. Because I can remember the ending so vividly, because it took me by surprise, and I have so many feelings about where I think this story is headed, in a good / bad way. But I need to spend the latter half of my day after work really hunkering down and reading this, so I can read this for the majority of the second half of my day and for tomorrow morning during my lunch, everything like that. So hopefully I can get to the newest release as soon as possible. Okay, it's right around like 11:15ish, and I just finished Caraval, and I think I'm gonna rate it 4 stars. I want to say like 3.75. I really enjoyed it. I breezed through it. It somehow felt very of the season, like the Christmas season that I'm reading, but nothing explicitly so. Like, I don't want to say it was a Christmas book. It just felt really cozy, and it was a little bit darker than what I suspected or expected it would be as a teen novel, so I did enjoy that. I look forward to picking up book 2 with how this one ended, and I feel like we're gonna get a lot more of Donatella's story in book 2, which will be good. So Ian is actually on his way home. He finished his final project earlier than anticipated. I didn't read as much as I wanted this morning because some work stuff came in that kind of took up a lot of my time. But while I wait for him, he's just gonna grab some stuff for ramen that I want to make for lunch. But in the meantime, I'm going to start reading some of Snowden. The weather is well and truly out of control, and we expect snow later today. So I have Emma tucked under here, and I will just read this and get a little further along until Ian comes home, and then I plan to dedicate still the latter half of my day to Rhythm of War. We'll see. Good morning. It's Friday morning, so I'm probably going to end the vlog here and then pick up and start for next week. But I wanted to check in to say I finished Caraval, and I finished the Catherine Walsh holiday romance, which I did enjoy, but not as much as the first one. I think I rated it. The first one I rated 5 stars. The second one I rated 4 maybe, but like a 3.75. I really liked the chemistry. I just didn't like the story as much, but that's okay. So I'm back here in the office because I have some HR stuff to do, but I did bring Rhythm of War with me. So I'm gonna pick that up. That's gonna be my main focus. Wind of Truth is released today. I have a new Southern Charm to watch because that season is officially here. So I have lots to do. Very busy bug. We decorated the office this week. But all of that being said, that's what I managed to read this week during a pretty busy work week. And I will see you guys next time for another one. Happy Christmas.